businesses go wrong when planning for trade shows?
Oh, there's plenty of areas where you can make mistakes doing something like that. Probably the biggest one is budget. So there's lots of different costs associated with being at a trade show. So there's the stand itself, the space, you've got to pay for accommodation and transport to get you and your people there, storage for your stand potentially afterwards as well, any promotional goods, printing for any brochures you've got, and any sort of associated costs of products that you need to take as well. So yeah, need to factor in all of those things really to get your final budget. Another area is time. So, a lot of people think, I can book that, it's a month's time, that's plenty of time to prep. But actually it takes quite a bit of time to prep for a trade show. So yeah, you have things like choosing your stand, designing your stand, coming up with the graphics, all that pre and post show marketing that needs planning. So as a marketer or a person running a show, there's a lot of your time in the build up. And then also there's the time of the show itself. So everyone who's there is taking time away from their day job. So, how is that going to impact how they work? And then finally, people need to take into account the deadlines as well. So some of these things need to be done quite a way in advance. And particularly if it's overseas and you have to ship something, the shipping deadline might be sort of 6 weeks before the event itself. So you might need to get everything together so you can ship it all in one go. You might have to order things even further in advance to make your shipping deadline. The other area is pre and post show marketing. So I've spoken to quite a few people who said, trade shows just don't work for me. And I said, okay, how did you promote your presence? Like, well, we were there. That's what we did, the event itself. But you can definitely maximize your presence by telling people, telling your best customers, making the time to sort of invite them along and make the most of that face-to-face opportunity to engage with your existing customers, as well as inviting new ones to come along and see you. And that kind of leads on to the next one, which is lead management. Another key thing people get wrong. I have seen folders of business cards post-show that have been just put in a drawer and never done anything with, because there's this anticipation that they'll come to you or something. But it doesn't work that way with any lead generation channel. So have a plan for what you're going to do with your leads. Follow up really quickly. Thanks for coming to see us. If you've got any questions, this is the person to speak to. And then put them in your sales funnel and work them through as you would any other lead. Keep in contact. Make sure that they know what's going on with you. And then finally, prep your staff. Nobody wants to walk past the stand and sort of see someone disengaged, on their phone or eating. So, have a plan and make sure your staff are aware of it. Who's going to eat when. Make sure you never have an empty stand. Make sure that they aren't buying new shoes the week before an event. That's something previous colleagues have fallen foul to. And also having a plan for anything that's being shown on the stand that they may not be that familiar with. If it's a new product and the sales team haven't been briefed yet, that just looks unprofessional. So yeah, keeping control of your budget, your time, your marketing, your leads and your staff. If you stay on top of all of that, have a great trade show.